up, Rams? I hope you're having a golden day. We're back, and I'm your host, Morgan Bailey.
And I'm Isabella Yaskanage.
It's officially Christmas time now that Halloween's over. Some people like to argue that it's Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving will have its time to shine on November 23rd, and then we'll go right back to Christmas.
I agree. As soon as the clock struck 12 on Halloween night, my Christmas decorations immediately came out.
I know, I'm excited to do my annual Target trip to get some fun decorations. But before then, we have a lot of things happening on campus, so let's get into some campus news. This week, the University Dance Company is having its annual fall show titled Grounded Bodies. It is being held in the Madeline Wing Adler Theater on November 10th and 11th. The show will start at 7:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday night, and there is also a matinee show at 2 p.m. Saturday the 11th. The show is full of student choreography, giving our students the chance to express themselves through movement. So if you are looking for something fun to do this weekend, you can purchase your tickets at the door or online at wcupa.edu/theater dance ticket.
In other news, the university just announced that the application for the 2024 to 2025 returning student housing will be opening on Monday, December 18th at 9 a.m. While that date might seem far away, it's important to start thinking about housing for next year and prep for a smooth application process. Be sure to mark that important date on your calendar. This application is for WCU managed housing and USH affiliated housing. Between now and December 18th, you can expect weekly updates related to the process via your WCU email. All of the info about the application, roommate matching, housing self-selection, and tips will be sent out in the coming weeks. Be on the lookout, Rams.
Looking for housing can be very stressful, so make sure to get on that ASAP. But speaking of campus housing, let's see what's been going on around campus.
The campus was packed last week with Halloween events, so we decided to check them out. The University Theater put on an entertaining and interactive production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The musical comedy played for 3 nights with a costume contest during the midnight showing. Check out the other productions they put on throughout the year.
The Career Development Center had its own Halloween festivities going on as well. Students were reminded of various ways to get involved on campus. You can find flyers promoting the resource pantry, numerous flyers posted about jobs available to students on campus, and finally, listings of available virtual resources to get a head start on your career.
This week in the library, the Fall Special Collections had an open house for all things spooky. Some things on the table were witchy book sections, a fall leaf collection, some horror-themed posters, and more. To stay up to date with events, make sure to follow them on social media.
The Sexuality and Gender Alliance Club held a spooky bash on Monday. From wearing costumes, playing games, listening to music, and socializing, the club had a successful turnout. Make sure to check and look out for their events and meetings on Ram Connect.
Our Rams are really staying active this year, and I love to see them. Now that we know what's happening around campus, let's pass it to Bryn to see how our sports teams are doing.
What's up, Rams? I'm Bryn Guido, here to give you this week's sports update. First, let's congratulate the 5 players in the field hockey team as they appeared on the 2023 PSAC All-League squad, where 2 players were first-team selections and 3 players were third-team selections. Congratulations to our Golden Rams. Now, we have a lot of games this upcoming weekend. Starting us off on Friday the 10th, the men's basketball team plays against St. Augustine University at 5 p.m. in Ettrick, Virginia. On Saturday at 10 a.m., the men's and women's diving teams compete at home against the College of New Jersey. We also have the football team competing against Clarion University here at home at 12, and the women's volleyball team competing against Lock Haven University also at home at 1. Also on Saturday, we have the women's basketball team competing against Elizabeth City State University at 7 p.m. Pop out and support our Rams. Signing off, I'm Bryn Guido.
Thanks, Bryn. Our sports teams are working hard to bring it home for the end of the season.
Now let's throw it over to our weather woman to see what the weather will be like for this week.
Thanks, Isabella. What's up, Rams? I'm Emily Nabone here to give you this week's 5-day weather forecast. I'm so excited to be back reporting the weather for the first time since last year. I missed it so much, so let's get right into it. Starting the week off on Monday, we will see cloudy skies and a high of 60 degrees and a low of 40 degrees. On Tuesday, the temperature slightly rises with a high of 64 and a low of 49 and cloudy skies. A high of 64 is pretty warm for the second week of November. Wednesday, we will see cloudy skies again with a high of 55 and a low of 46. Thursday, temperatures stay around the same with a high of 54 degrees and a low of 40 degrees and cloudy skies. To end the week off on Friday, we will have a 30% chance of rain throughout the day and pretty chilly temperatures with the high only reaching up to 45 degrees and the low dropping all the way down to 35 degrees. Remember to stay warm and keep your heads up during this gloomy week in Westchester. I'm Emily Nalbone, sending it back to the desk.
Another great show in the books.
Well, Morgan, like I always say, time flies when you're having fun.
You are so right. Before we leave and I head to Target, we want to remind you to check out the University Dance Company show and make sure to find housing for next year if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at WCU.weekly to keep up with the latest. Have a great week, everyone. I'm your host, Morgan Bailey.
And I'm Isabella Yaskanich.